Common question we always hear from clients when we first have that initial conference call with them is, what do I even ask a videographer? I have never done this before. What do I need to know? Hey, I'm Travis Monroe of Monroe Film and Photo. I'm here to tell you today some great questions to be asking your videographer to make sure that you're getting the right package and the right fit for your wedding day. To kick things off first, I am going to be specifically talking about things that are part of our packages and what we do for the wedding day. Common question we receive when it comes to videography is how much coverage do we actually need on our wedding day? And this is a great question because it totally is dependent on what you're looking for your wedding videos. That we specifically have an 8-hour package and a 10-hour package. For 8 hours of coverage, you're typically looking at like 12:30 to 8:30. We try to target about 30 minutes or so before that first look. So the things that you're just getting ready for those last second details, things like that, through first dances. So that's what we try to target within our 8-hour package. Within our 10-hour package, we typically add the extra 2 hours on for the getting ready for the couples that maybe they want a little bit more of the details and seeing hair and makeup being done, or they add it on to the end of it because maybe they're doing bouquet and garter, or they have a special dance that they want to have covered that's going to be a little later in the evening. Either way, you're kind of looking at that time frame of like 11 to 9, noon to 10, something like that with a 10-hour package. And there's certainly other videographers out there that they maybe do a 12-hour package, or I've seen combinations where they say from your ceremony time through X amount of hours. They have more of a descriptive way of how they determine the coverage. But at the end of the day, that's what you need to figure out is within your package, what the type of hours that you're getting for that coverage and what they typically want to record during that time frame. It all depends on what their deliverables are, which is the next question you should be asking is, what type of deliverables are we getting? This is gonna kind of be a wide range as far as what videographers offer. Most of them, at the very least, they're offering a highlight trailer, which is those fun videos that you see of everyone's wedding day. Then it's a question of what other edits are you getting and do they charge extra for it? Personally, with Monroe Film and Photo, not only do you get a highlight trailer in our packages, but you also receive a documentary edit of your full ceremony, grand march speeches, and first dances. Those are things that other companies may include, or they may charge extra for an add-on for the extra editing time that they may or may not do. We personally include everything in there so that there's very little left on the cutting room floor, but it's definitely something you want to get clarity on. Another question in regards to that for deliverables we've been receiving more and more is, do we get the raw footage? Now this is something that is a little bit trickier because a lot of companies do offer the raw footage, but also a lot of people don't understand exactly what raw footage is. Raw in essence is unedited footage. Now on the video side of things, that can get really tricky because if you have no idea how to edit video and you receive raw footage of your ceremony, you're gonna look at it and be like, wow, this looks really bad because it might be really desaturated, the audio might be bad.
Yay!
Raw footage means just that, straight from the camera, unprocessed, and there's still gonna be more work. And that's all part of in the editing process that we personally clean up and make it look good. You definitely wanna make sure you have an understanding of what the packages are and with that raw footage exactly what you're going to get, and also if you're comfortable being able to edit the raw footage. If you don't want to have a lot of work, you might want to invest in finding a company like ourselves that include those type of edits for you. Another common question that we receive is how many videographers are going to be coming out for the wedding day? And this is a great question as well because there's a wide variety of what it tends to be. For our packages, it's one videographer. The only reason why there's going to be more than that is you're paying additional for a second shooter, or we're training someone in and it's no cost to you to have that extra person. Personally, here at Monroe Film and Photo, having that one videographer, we're able to capture a lot of your wedding day. And because for the major events we use multiple cameras, we're really comfortable just being there by ourselves, and it helps us blend in because we are a documentary style team, so therefore we try to blend in as much as possible with the crowd. We really don't want people looking at a camera waving at us or anything like that. However, there are other companies out there that they have 2, 3 shooters out there. They're doing a lot of different things. They have a lot of cameras rolling at one time. So again, it's just a matter of what's your personal preference to the approach of the wedding day. Do you want to feel like that you're on a movie set, or do you want more of that documentary style feel where at the end of the wedding day you're like, did we even have a video team here? That's personally what we go for, so definitely look into that as far as their style and approach and how many people are going to be working with you on the wedding day. Up next is a question that commonly the grooms, this is the only question that they have, and it is, are we gonna have drone in our wedding video? This is a great question because again, it varies quite a bit as far as what different companies do. Some companies will charge extra to include the drone, others do not. At Monroe Film and Photo, we personally do include it, but however, we do have a caveat to it because we can't control everything about the drone that allows us to fly. For starters, if you have bad weather, if there's conditions like that, we aren't going to put our drones at risk or your crowd at risk because if we lose control, different things could happen. We always try to practice safety before anything else. So any sort of bad weather conditions, we're not going to fly. Secondly, there is a distance to airports that we have to keep in mind. So that's something that we can pull up our apps, being able to take a look at and see if we are within a zone that we're not able to fly because it's too close to an airport or something else that's going on. And even some drones won't even take off if they know that they're in that advisory warning. However, if it happens to be your wedding is at a barn in a super remote location and it's a beautiful, gorgeous area, more than likely we are going to be able to fly and we're definitely going to want to. So it just depends on the conditions. Personally for us, we include it, we just can't guarantee it. But other companies may say, nope, like it's not included unless you pay extra. So definitely if you want drone, find out what is going on with the company that you're looking into, whether or not they offer it. Regarding the audio for your wedding day, we definitely want to make sure that we're capturing good, clean audio. So we'll do different things throughout the wedding day, like mic the groom, mic the officiant, get a DJ line feed. We have backup recorders, different things like that throughout the wedding day. There's a lot of things that could happen. So we have 4 or 5 different sources of audio that we're recording so that just in case if we have one that doesn't work out right, we can at least get good, clean audio from some source. And then that's what we use within the wedding videos, whether it's the highlight or the documentary edits. Regarding that highlight audio, as far as what you want in there, that is something that if you have suggestions that you want, say you guys are reading letters to each other and you want to highlight that, just let us know and we'll definitely put it in there. But again, that's something that you should ask of the other teams out there as far as what that choice is and how much leeway that they have in that. We personally try to highlight audio that is unique to your wedding day. So if you don't give us a choice, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to look for those elements that we're like, yeah, this is your wedding day, and that's why we're using that audio. In regards to the music, it's kind of the same thing in terms of we try to find music that works for you, but of course we give you a choice. If you personally, like country and you want a country song, let us know that. You don't care what we choose, then we try to find something fun that is reflective to your wedding day. However, the biggest thing regarding music in those highlight trailers is that we have to be able to buy the rights to the music. So unfortunately, you want that hot new Beyonce song? Not gonna happen. She doesn't allow her music to be used for wedding videos, or at least not that I have found anyway yet. But we do have access to some mainstream music like Ed Sheeran and such. It's just a matter of, what are you looking for and if we're able to secure the rights. Unfortunately, if we aren't able to secure the rights, then we do have to look at alternative songs. Hey, we don't have this song, but this one sounds kind of similar, so maybe we can use that one. So definitely, if music is important to you, ask what type of services they're using and if you have access to some mainstream music, because some other videographers out there, they don't use the same platform, so they might not have access to those mainstream artists. So definitely take a look at that. All right, there you have it, folks. There's a few questions that you should be asking your videographers. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe below, and thanks for tuning in.